Braxton Berrios, 45 yards.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. It's a run with Mostert.
And he is into the end zone to give him a 2-point lead. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back. And
I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs.
Second and 21 at the Dolphins' 31.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson.
Looking deep here for Flowers.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it prior to what would be an important fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it. Tua on 4th down. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Tua sets up to pass it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. On 2nd and a long way to go. Tua, and they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 1st down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line, but not much happened after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the 2nd half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
The 3rd quarter begins with a run by Achane.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now 2nd and 5.
In motion comes the tight end left. Looking to pass. Tua.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Devon Achane.
34 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up, because I haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that.
Touchdown!
Gus Edwards.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Ravens are back within a score.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches, because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
That's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
44, ready.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyler Croft, 64 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The two are going to try and throw for it.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards. Throwing is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Now it's Jackson. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at the 20.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
19 yards. That's good.
They go play action with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. A give up the gut to Hill. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Edwards is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Gus Edwards
From 3 yards out.
and the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
18. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Berrios now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs to keep up.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
21G. Corner, long.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
The 1st down pass.
This is 1st and 10.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Good for a Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, Alpha, say hi. Nice shot.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
This is caught by Waddle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And quickly they get to the line.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Dolphins.
Tua now on first down. And going deep for Hill.
This is caught inside the 15.
It's a big play there for Miami. 48 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert,
His second touchdown of the night.
and the Dolphins have put this one